Ever feel like your troops are walking straight into a meat grinder and you're just standing there like, wait, what just happened? Yeah, that's your KVK performance screaming for help. Today, we're going to expose the 5 deadly mistakes that are secretly tanking your kingdom's reputation and your troops' life expectancy. This is Gumbo, and let's get into it. Reason number one you're failing in KVK, you're just not prepared for war. And no, I don't mean forgetting your commander. I mean barely having enough speed ups or resources to survive a single fight. KVK is a marathon, not a sprint. If you roll in underprepared, your troops are going to disappear faster than your hopes of winning a rally against Mr. Hope or Wild Lion. That's why you need to farm resources ahead of time, hit barbarian forts for more healing speed-ups, and make sure your alliance is active so you can recover speed-ups like a pro. And here's a pro tip. Use the off-season wisely. Do events now to stockpile speed-ups, gather resources, and train troops. If you're low on resources, don't waste them fighting in early zones. Save them for the crucial fights later. That way, your healing reduction tech pays off, letting you stay in battles longer and actually make a difference. Think you can show up unprepared and still compete? Spoiler alert, nope. If you skip preparation, you're basically running onto the battlefield in your pajamas while everyone else is armored to the teeth.
Yes, I like your plan, except it sucks, so let me do the plan, and that way it might be really good.
Reason number two you're failing in KVK, your setups are a hot mess. And no, I'm not just talking about talent trees. Your commanders, gear, and troops all need a reality check. Still running those ancient commanders like they're vintage wine? Using blue or epic gear in a sea of legendaries? Congratulations, you just brought a slingshot to a cannon fight. And trust me, the enemy is not impressed. Here's the secret. Fewer marches that are fully geared and maxed beat a horde of weak, half-ready marches every single time. That's right, quality greater than quantity. Your underdeveloped marches are basically troop-shaped piñatas waiting to explode. Free-to-play or low spender? Don't try to do everything. Pick 1 or 2 troop types, max their tech, and dominate. Spread too thin, and suddenly your marches are a confused salad of sad troops. Oh, and one last thing, insta-proc damage. Yup, those shiny little skills that trigger early, they can turn a "we're doomed" moment into a "surprise, we actually win" moment. Use them wisely and watch your enemies' faces when your tiny march suddenly goes full Godzilla mode. Reason number three you might be failing in KVK? You're not even online when the action happens. Yep, that's right. You're missing the battles, the rallies, the glory, and your troops are just sitting there like, hey, did anyone invite me? Look, KVK isn't a part-time hobby. If you're sleeping, eating, or binge watching your favorite show while your kingdom is under attack, guess what? Your alliance loses, your troops die, and your enemies send thank you notes. Being online during fights isn't just about hitting the attack button. It's about reinforcing allies, joining rallies, countering enemies, and keeping your kingdom alive. Even 10-15 minutes late can mean the difference between a glorious victory and a humiliating wipe. Pro tip, set reminders, sync with your alliance time zone, and keep a few speed-ups handy so you can hop in and make an impact instantly. Active players win wars. Offline players just watch the destruction from the
No
sidelines.
mana. No mana. You have no mana, bitch. You have no mana! Get the fuck out of here! Let's go!
Reason number four you might be tanking your KVK performance? You're not using buffs. Yep, just sitting there like a rookie while the enemy is rocking attack or defense buffs, and your troops are basically toast. Listen, buffs aren't just optional. They're like giving your marches a triple shot espresso before battle. Attack buffs, defense buffs, even picking up a nearby rune. All of these can turn a losing fight into a surprise win. And here's a tip that most people forget. Always use that 50% troop expansion. More troops alive equals more damage, more survival, and more bragging rights when you wipe that enemy march off the map. Pro tip, before a big fight, stack your buffs and expansions. coordinate with your alliance, and watch your army go from meh to unstoppable. If you ignore buffs, well, your enemies will thank you for the free kills.
Holy shit. We might have to send him out to the fucking clinic here, the brain clinic. Get him fucking checked out.
Reason number 5 why your KVK performance is tanking, you're not following markers and you're overextending your marches. Yep, running off to the side like a lone wolf thinking, I got this, while the enemy is just waiting to make you a snack. Look, fighting solo or off the main path is basically handing the enemy an all-you-can-eat buffet of your troops. One bad move, one lag spike, one misclick, and suddenly, poof, your march is gone, and the enemy is popping champagne. Bad march control can turn even a fully geared army into a disaster. And lag? Forget it. Lag in KVK is basically a teleport button for your troops, straight into the enemy's ball. Pro tip, stick to the markers, stay with your alliance, and coordinate your movements. Don't be that guy wandering into enemy territory solo. Your alliance will thank you, and your troops won't have to write their wills before battle. And there you have it, warriors. 5 of the biggest reasons your KVK performance might be tanking, from not being prepared to running bad setups, being offline, ignoring buffs, and overextending your marches. Remember, KVK isn't just about having troops, it's about being smart, prepared, and coordinated. Farm your resources, gear up your marches, stay online, use your buffs, and follow those markers. Do all that, and suddenly you're the nightmare your enemies were warned about. If you learned something new today, smash that like button, drop your funniest or most tragic KVK fail in the comments. I want to hear about it. And of course, subscribe for more Rise of Kingdoms tips, tricks, and all-out chaos. Until next time, warriors, keep your troops alive, your marches smart, and your kingdom victorious. Pleb out.